Hey, hi, this is Sandeep, and in this tutorial I'm going to walk through the steps in order to guide you how to create view objects for a static list. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I will just say new and remember view object. Now here you have to select static list. Okay, and I want to name as static view. Okay, so this view will contain static list of objects. It's not going to be based on any entity object, and it is not going to be based on calculated kind of things. It's just going to have some static data into it. Click next. Here it will ask you the attributes. So let's say I want to have two attributes. One is SNO. It will ask you the settings over here. You can, all these settings remain same, whatever I have already described in the earlier tutorials. And one more attribute like colors. Let's say we want to just save some color, some couple of colors. So these are going to be the attributes. Click next. Here are the same settings. Again, you can just modify them whatever you want. Click next. Here it will ask you what is the data that you want to populate. You can there are two ways to populate the data over here. You can just press this button, or you can go with the import in order to import the data from some CSV file. I will show you this option a little while later. Right now I will just add here only serial number 1 red color. I will add one more brown color. Let's add one more yellow color. So that is how our static data is going to be look like. And click next. I'm gonna expose it, finish. So here now we need to run it in order to test it. Here is your output, and here is your static list of data. So as you can see, you can scroll through and all is available over here. Okay, if you want to allow the user to update it over here, you have to select updatable as true. Okay, you know that property, right? I have already explained it, but the thing is, it's a static data. Even if you update in the UI, it won't be reflected or it won't be saved anywhere at the backend. It's a static data, not coming from the DB or not coming from anywhere else, just the simple static data. You can see it in the table. Okay, so this is one way. Now I'm going to show you another way to have it from some file. Okay, so first of all, let's create the file. I have already created this file. The same thing is there. I want to store the colors of rainbow. Okay, so I have prepared this data inside Excel sheet, and you need to actually save it as save as. How many columns you want, whatever number of columns you want, you can have it, and how many records you want, you can have it. After that, you just save it, selecting save as type as CSV comma delimited. After that, you can actually save it. So I've already saved it on the desktop, as you can see here, so I'll not save it again. You can just have the setting and save it over here. And after that, so that is file preparation. And after the file is prepared, just go ahead, say new. I want to select I want to create a view object, and this time it's gonna be static view number 1, or from file. Okay, static list. So here you do not need to give the attributes particularly, because it will fetch the attribute from the file also. If you want, you can give it, but it should match whatever is available in the file. But let's not give it right now, as you have not given any attributes here. That's why in the attribute setting nothing is available over here right now. Click next, static data. So here just click on import and just go to the path where your file is there. Here is my file, and as I select, all the data is there, and these are the two attributes present over here. And as you see, if you click back, these all attributes came over here. So you can select and do whatever setting you want over here. All the setting parameters and configurations are same, which I have already explained you. Static list. Actually the data has gone, so I'll just re-import it over here in order to make sure that it is present. C drive users Sandeep desktop. So here data is present and I want to expose it. Finish. So now the data from the CSV file has been imported here, and the same is going to be exposed under this application module. If you run this, you will find, so here is your output. You can scroll through and you can view it in the form of table. So here is it. Okay. One small thing also I would like to cover in this tutorial, that is the look and feel of how view object looks like here. Okay, so for that I will just close all these views. I will just select, let's say, 2 views which we have already created in the earlier tutorials. Let's have this view overview. So first of all, in the attributes tab, these are the attributes mentioned over here. This is the type, this is the alias name, this is the entity usage. All these kinds of details are present over here. So only these details are present over here. If you want more detail to be present over here, you can get them also from here. If you select this, you say name is present over here, and you see name is present over here. Type is present over here, type is present over here. Alias is present over here and here on the drop down. Similarly, entity usage and info is present. If you click any one of them, it will be gone. Like right now, if you click type, type is gone from here. If you again click type, type will appear over here. So this is how you control all these columns which are available over here. If you want to add some more columns giving some more information, you have to go to the select columns. If you go over here, there are a number of bunch of information present over here. Let's say you want to see whether these all attributes are updatable or not. So I want this attribute, this column to be present. You can add as many as you want, but it will be very much ugly if you go ahead and add all of them, right? So by default, these are the basic number of attributes that are present over here, and you can, for sure, you can go inside these attributes and you can see all these configurations and settings, whatever is present, by just double clicking it and going it over. But if you want to have the ADF displayed in the front side only, then you need to actually add it. So right now you just need to go over here, select columns, and then let's say I want this property to be added, shuttle it across. So now these all columns will be present over here. If you want more, you can add more. I'll click OK, and see now for this VO, this is present over here. It says all updatable. Okay, so it says that these all attributes are always updatable. Okay, now here is another VO. So you have created the changes in this, you have created or you have modified the settings for this view. So this extra column is going to be appear only here, not in any other view. As you can see in here, it's not there. The updatable column is not there. So again, one way is go over here, select column and shuttle across. Or if you want the same configuration, same number of attributes, same number of columns to be present or to be visible in all the views across, then you just select and say apply to all view objects. So if you select this, what will happen, all these number of attributes that are present in this view, okay, all these bunch of details giving which has been given by all these number of columns, these all same number of columns are going to be present in the another views. Just go ahead and select it, and now if you see over here, no, basically I'm sorry, actually what will happen, you just need to close this view and then reopen it, and you will see that this is present over here. Okay, updatable column. So if you say apply to all, then these all settings, whatever you have configured will be applied to all other view objects. So I don't want this, I'll just remove this updatable. So you again can go to the select column and shuttle it here, or you can directly just remove it from over here. Okay, and now I'll say apply to all view objects, so that only these number of columns are present. Now go over here, it is present because it has not refreshed basically. So just close this file and reopen it. You will not see that column present anymore over here. That is how you control this. And one more thing is the set source order. See, right now these attributes are present over here, right? If you go to the source, you will find, for example, you select this department ID and go over to the source. Here is your department ID. After the department ID, department name is present. After department name, full first name is present. So there is a proper order in which they are appearing the source file, source XML file, right? You can modify this order. If you want, you can place this whole bunch this all bunch like department name above the department ID. So to do that, one way is to do it manually from here, but that will be tedious task. Don't do that. Just come to the overview, set source order. So here is your source order present. If you want to have whatever order you maintain over here, the same is going to be present in the XML. So if you say I want firstly to be department name and after that department ID, you click OK. I've created a minor change over here. So firstly department name appears, then department ID, and the source also, if you see, now department name is coming first and after the department ID. So these were basically the couple of things to control the look and feel of view object, how it looks like. So I hope I have covered these topics well, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.